How's it going, guys? Just got the cover off a little bit. I'm just about to do a filter clean and water change. The fish are all hiding in the slack water up there, where it's probably the warmest. I don't know what my temperature's on today. 6.3, which you know, ain't the best like, but we are in the middle of winter, so yeah, I'm just giving the gravel filter a clean out now. Hopefully we'll get a bit of warm weather so I can get the drain line fitted and the K1 into these two. That's already flushing and I'm not even blasted the air through yet. But yeah, I've got to clean this out. Clean this is which is acting as a vortex at the minute, and my alfagrog, which, you know, good to have your alfagrog mucky anyway, but this definitely needs a good clean. Absolutely filthy in there, so I need to block that off, give these bags a shake and then vac it all out like so. I'm going to get cracking with this now, do all that, do my water change, get some clay in, and jobs are good. And right, let's get blasting this out. Cheers, guys. Look at that, even without feeding, still full of muck. That's it. Right, I'll get this done. Right, while the water's changing, I'll remove this. Blimey, that's cold. I'll put the longer one in to block the water, and then I'll rinse all the media in this water, put the bags on here, and then I'll vac out all the gack in the bottom. I'll show you whatever comes off all this, which I'm sure is going to be a lot. So, right, I'll speak to you in a sec. Right, all I'm doing is just giving these a little bit of a shake, and then taking them out, chucking them on there, so they're all rinsed out now. And the thing is, where has all this K1 come from? That's got to have been in the pipe from when I used to have this as a moving bed before. This is my moving bed now, but there's a cage on there obviously to stop the K1 coming into here, so that must have backflowed up the pipe the day that I changed this to the alfagrog barrel, and it's just backflowed in. So yeah, I've got an old sieve here. I'll sieve that out now, but yeah, not good, not good. Must have all been at the bottom because it would have come out into the pond like so. Look at the state of that. Oof. Thank God for the pond vac. See, it'll be easier soon once I've got them drain lines at the bottom. I ain't even got to take the thingy out, the alfagrog, just agitate it a bit, flush the, open the drain, flush it all out to waste. Job's a good one. But yeah, I'm learning people. So yeah, hopefully I'll be a proper koi keeper at some stage. So right, I'm going to crack on with this clean and I'll speak to you in a sec. Right, that's all the media out now, except for a couple of pieces of K1. I'm just pumping the water out to waste now, and I shall give you a look when we get down to the bottom. I don't think it's going to be pretty like, but yeah, at least it's all settled, but it's still not good for the fish. Roll on the drain lines, eh? Hopefully when I redo this liner I can keep it a bit cleaner and try and get the folds a bit better. Because yeah, I mean at first it didn't bother me, but now I can't stand the creases. They do me boxing. The water is clear, it just looks a bit murky on camera. I don't know if I've got my Polaroids in my pocket. Have a look. Focus. No, don't want to focus. There, yeah, bits of gravel and whatnot on the bottom. So yeah, hopefully when I get this new line I can get it all folded up nice. Right, crack on with the filter clean. Only thing I'm worrying about is when I come to put this drain line in, I think I could barely reach down there because of my shoulders to put that bulkhead in at the bottom, and the drain line obviously is going to go even lower than that. So ooh, hopefully I can get down there, or I'll have to rope some kid in to sit in the bottom of the barrel and hold the nut while I do it up from the outside like. But yeah, oh, that's about as much as that can take out now. Let me get the pond back on the go. Well, that's weird. I'm just walking down the side of the pond by the skimmer. I've noticed that all the paint and render is just coming off. I don't know what's happened there. It's like just turned to sand. Whether there was water in the mortar, poet, and I don't know it, but yeah, and it's froze and then ripped it all out. But yeah, that's not very good at all, is it? Blimey. I've said it before and I'll say it again, I am no good at DIY. Hopefully once the pond's covered in some sort of wood, it'll keep this dry anyway. Right, crack on again. I just thought I'd show you the gravel barrel drain down. So that's my mix of potting grit, pea gravel and 20mm gravel. But yeah, the reason I showed you is just to see that is not going to be fun to empty. I can scoop a lot of it out with my grain scoop, and then I have to try and vac the rest out, like, but that's going to be a nightmare because I've got, before I can move this barrel, I've got to empty that for me to be able to get down to take the bulkheads off. So yeah, that's going to be an absolute nightmare, but yeah, it served me well so far. Served me well. Well, I didn't expect to see that. I completely forgot that I'd left that in there. That flow core in the bottom, well, flow core-ish stuff. Now this is going to be fun scooping all this out. Right, so I've got here an old-fashioned grain scoop, so that'll be a godsend for getting rid of it. Like, I'm going to get this emptied down now and rinsed out and get all the media back in. Cheers. Right, that's all that stuff drained out. I mean, it don't smell bad, but that is definitely no good to the fish, man. Absolute filth that is. I need a slap. Roll on getting that drain line down there. So just swill that stuff straight out. I don't know if you remember me mentioning, but I've got a fish with Popeye, and I've not been able to clear it up. He's had it for ages, like, but I'm guessing that this is probably in the bottom of all those barrels, especially the gravel barrel, and it's probably been causing me some issues because that's just not good. Oh well, you live and learn, don't you? I'm getting there, people. Right, I'm going to vac all this out now, give it a swill down, get the media back in. Cheers, guys. That's it, vac down. I'm just going to rinse it out now with some pond water. You imagine my drain line will be right down at the very bottom, so in future I can just happy days. Right, let's get this flushed out. Right, just going to rinse it out now with the brush on. Happy days. Yeah, I forgot to mention I've got my outside tap fitted now, so I can fill the pond really slowly without having the back door open or the kitchen window, so that's a bonus. Right, all nice and clean now. Time to get all this media back in. Yeah, and that's it for today, other than topping the pond back up. So I'm going to get this media in now, and I'll speak to you in a sec. Cheers. Whew, there we go, all the media's back in now. Just going to switch the pump back on now, let it fill up, and that's me done. Oh no, one more thing after I've topped up. Well, it doesn't have to be after I've topped up, but I've got to go and mix some clay up. So I'll get this pump switch back on now, mix up a bit of clay, and I'll be back momentarily. Cheers. Right, that's filling back up now. I'll just let the first bit drain to waste, because there's always still a little bit of gack left in there. And then I'll remove the blocking tube. That's not too bad anyway, considering. But yeah, I'll let this flush out a second, and then I'll be back in a sec. It's all nice and clean again now. Right, this is the clay I'm using at the minute. Very cost effective, because, you know, I've got a 3 kilo sack there for, I don't know how much it was now, but it wasn't much. And I only need to use like 50 grams every time I treat, which at the minute is only once a fortnight, like, so. It's not quite like Mediclay, it's a darker colour. It doesn't cloud the pond up as much, but as to whether it makes the water sparkle as good as the Mediclay, I don't know. I shall let you know in the warmer months. But yeah, I'm going to get this down the pond, mixed up now, and let the pond top up. That's pretty much everything for me for today. This is a bonus. So yeah, I'm going to get this mixed up and I'll be back in a mo. Right, here we go. So all I do to mix my clay is just drop an air stone in there. Add this to here slowly. Normally slower than that, like, but yeah, it's going to take a while to mix in. I'll give that like 10 minutes or so. Let it blend it all up, and then I'll add it to the pond. There's the fish. Come to see what's happening. You can see the fish with Popeye there. Can you see it? The side furthest away from us. Yeah. Fish was worrying me last year, like, but I have to try and give him some antibiotics or something. But I think he damaged his eye, to be honest, because he did jump out once, and I found him on the gravel. So it's possible that that's the cause. Like, so yeah. Right, clay's all mixed up now. I'm going to add all this to the pond and take you to have a look at the little koi inside, and I'll speak to you in a sec. Cheers, guys. Right, I just thought I'd add into this video how to do a moving bed for your aquarium. Get yourself a pop bottle, whatever size will fit into your tank. Get yourself some rubber suckers from somewhere. Attach them onto there with hot glue or super glue. Then next, what we're going to do is we're going to drill a hole in each one of these for air to exit. We're going to drill a hole here to put that air line in. Oh, pardon me. And we're either going to put a sponge into that opening or drill a few holes through there to stop the media falling out and to let the water draw in as the air flows up. Okay, right, so you've attached your suckers with some hot glue or super glue, then drill the hole in each one of them to let the air bubbles escape. I mean, you can add one in the middle as well if you want, and then we add one here to put the air line into, so the air goes into the bottom, forces itself up through all your K1 media or whatever you're using as your moving media, and out through the top. It draws water in through the bottom as the air's pushing up. It's drawing the water through. So you can either add yourself a little sponge over the bottle opening, or you can drill some small holes in here, smaller than your media, and that'll allow the water to go through. But obviously the sponge will be the better option because it's giving you some mechanical filtration to keep the K1 clean, although it will stay clean anyway because it's moving about, like. But yeah, this is your best option, some form of sponge on the bottom of it. So I'm going to add these now, and then I'm going to go and get some media into this bottle. Okay, so the next thing you're going to need is some sort of moving bed media. I'm going to use this one. It's similar to K1, and I'm going to use a little bit out of my moving bed from the pond just to kick start this and get it matured up a bit faster. You'd probably be better using K1 micro because you know you're going to have a lot more surface area. I think it's like half the size of these and more surface area or something like that. So yeah, I'm going to get a few out of the pond now, get them into the bottle and show you how much to put in. Right, I'll be back in a minute. Right, there we go. I think I've put too much media in there to start with, but just so you can see. Well, there you go, there's your new media, and that's mature media. I've gone for, instead of putting a sponge on today, I've just drilled some holes in there so it'll be able to suck the water through it. Like, just a side note though, if you're using all new media, don't be shocked if it doesn't move properly at first. It needs to get a biofilm. What I mean by biofilm is a layer of bacteria, like how see how these have got a tan colour, like sort of like pasta. These will eventually go that colour once they get some bacteria growing around them, like so. I'm going to get the lid on now, and I'll show you putting the airline into there, and hopefully it moves. I know it's not the best tutorial, but here we go. Right, so I'm going to get this into the little 250 grow on tub now, put the airline in and see if it moves. Right, I'll speak to you in a sec. I cut my airline, if it'll focus, at a slight angle. One, to make it easier to get through the hole, and two, so it sort of like allows the air to travel up the one side more than the other. So hang on a moment, let's try and sorry about the camera work, let's just pop you there a second if it'll focus. Right, so I just want this airline to go into here like this, make your hole slightly smaller. So yeah, the air will be forced, this will be the other way around, so it'll be forcing up through this one side. Right, I'm going to get it into the little tank now and see if it works. Right. Okay, I don't think you can see that very well, but some of the media is moving, but as you can see the new stuff isn't. I only barely see that slowly moving around there, and if you can see better on my other one, no. Well, you can a bit slightly, but yeah, so that's it basically. Give it about a week or so and that'll mature up. You can speed that up by putting some beneficial bacteria in there, either the balls or liquid or whatever like, but yeah, that's it basically. Right, I'm going to crack on with my water change and I'll speak to you soon. Cheers guys. Right then guys, brief look in on the young uns. I don't know if any of you saw on Facebook, but I moved them to the 250 litre water tank now. They're in the kitchen at the moment, so because you know the shed's just a nightmare. It needs all doing properly, so I'm just going to keep these in there for now, and then move them on come spring. But yeah, they're fine. I mean, they're a bit skittish as I come across the top, because you know when they was in the fish tank they had nobody above them, like, but yeah, they're all doing well. Unfortunately I lost one, which really upset me. The net that I have pulled tight over here, it's either before I put it on or somehow, well anyway, one had jumped out, landed on the floor, and when I got to it the next day it was just dead, bone dry dead. So and it was Rudolph, the one that was named Rudolph, which was a big shame. So yeah, right, in here at the minute I've got the Sun canister filter, and I've got two K1 moving beds and the heater. So yeah, it's running at 20 degrees at the minute. I think I'll bring that down slowly, ready for when they go outside. But yeah, hopefully they'll grow on a bit more in here, ready, so they're nice and strong for when they get moved on and or go outside. So yeah, right guys, that's it from me today. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll speak to you soon.